Hello, my name is Andreas Conrad and I'm the head of marketing at Qognify. I'm happy to introduce you to the Qognify solution portfolio today with my colleague Benny Polyak. If you have any questions about our presentation or would like to find out more details, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me or with my colleagues during the Transport Innovation Summit. We at Qognify are here for you to safeguard your world. Bad things happen. They happen every day, all over the world, and they likely affect your organization as well. We call those bad things incidents. Incidents can be security related, safety related, but they can also affect the operations of your organization. Some of them may be critical and trigger a crisis, but mostly they are routine events that happen regularly and bear the risk of death by 1,000 cuts. Our goal as a company is to help you minimize the impact of these incidents. Over the years, we have developed a strong portfolio of products to achieve this. Our portfolio consists of two different areas. Enterprise Incident Management helps you to manage daily events that have an immediate and potentially significant impact on people, assets, or costs in your organization. With Situator, we offer a solution that is precisely tailored to the requirements of the transportation industry. On the other hand, we have a broad portfolio of physical security solutions with a strong focus on video management, which enables you to create a safe and secure environment for your passengers and employees. Depending on your specific requirements, we select the optimal product, depending on how your organization is set up and what goals you are pursuing. All of our solutions are used by a large number of transportation organizations around the world. In today's session, we want to familiarize you with our enterprise incident management solution, Situator. The goal of Situator is to significantly shorten the life cycle of an incident and thereby reduce its impact. This affects all phases of an incident. Situator shortens the time it takes for an incident to be detected. It automatically collects relevant information to generate situational awareness and orchestrates the intake process. Based on standardized intelligent workflows, Situator guides the operator through the solution process and facilitates communication with other roles and organizations. Finally, it enables a comprehensive review of the management process, also with regard to external audits. I will now hand over to Benny Polyak, who will give you some insights into the platform. Thank you, Benny.
Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin Polyak. I'm a solution architect with Qognify, and I'm going to run you through our railway solution and what it looks like today. We're going to focus on the intake process, so the process that it takes to get the information from the field, and we're going to look at a bit of the management of the information and how we send that information out. So the way that this would work is the first thing that would happen is we would get a phone call into the operation center. The operator would click a button, which would create a new incident of type intake. You'll notice on the top here we have an area. It's actually done to reduce the amount of information that we have to search through to find the relevant assets and locations. So we'll fill in. So we fill in who's the person that we got the call from, and then you can see that the form changes dynamically based on what you choose. So let's say we got a phone call from Bob, and we got the phone call 5 minutes ago, so you'll see a -5 will change into the actual time of 5 minutes ago. We have sections in the form that are hidden, and the idea here is to reduce the amount of clutter that we have, so the operators can focus on what's really important when they're doing the intake process. Then we have our selection of incidents, so what actually happened. And we have a smart system here that allows you to find things based on keywords. So if you have a cow, or a sheep, or a car. So all of that will translate into the actual incidents that are used in the system. So let's say we have a collision with a vehicle, and the location is the location could be anything from the available assets. So let's say we want to look at a bridge. So any bridge that has the word north in the name will appear here within this area. In this case, we can also say the default is stations. So let's just say a station that has east in it. And we have landmarks. Landmarks actually allows us to get some additional information from the GIS, from the geographic system, and that allows stakeholders and responders to get a better understanding of where the incident happened. Once we have this basic information set in, we can add the incident, and you'll notice that everything is streamlined and simplified to prevent the operators from writing anything down manually, and basically reduce the amount of time that they need to find what they need to find. Based on the type of incident it is, we have questions like casualties. In this case, if we say yes, you'll notice that the form changes, and we can say if any casualties are deceased. And then we have indicators. Each one of these indicators actually changes something in the incident information that will then be used to generate a list of tasks or procedures or action items for the operator. Next, we're going to have a look at the location. So you can see the location that we've set up. So we can go to the map and find it, but we can also see the drive to location, which is this blue icon over here. And that's actually the place that we expect the responders to drive to. And that would not always be the same location where the incident is located. So again, we integrate with the GIS or graphic information system to find the location that we should drive to. And next we have the area information. And again, this is all information that operators used to fill in manually or collect from different systems. And now we actually integrate with those systems to give that information without the operator needing to fill anything manually. And all of these indicators will affect the kind of information that's being spread or sent out to responders, and also the kind of information that people who want to get a feel of what's happening with the incident right now can look at. Is it an intolerant, yes or no? Who's the controller? What's the region? And so on. Next, we have the involved trains. In this case, we are integrating with a train system. So you can see here, green means that there's no dangerous goods on the train. Red means that there is. In this case, let's take the red and see what we can get. So we actually integrate with the train system to, again, reduce the amount of questions that the operator has to ask and call around to receive. So let's have a look at that train that we've just created. And you will notice that, first of all, there's some the mandatory fields here. So can the train drive independently? Yes or no? Is the driver fit to continue? And these questions are relevant because of the type of incident that this is, right? So because this type of incident is collision, these two become mandatory fields. Then we have a consist list, which again we get from the system, so we can see what are the consist parameters for this train, which one has dangerous goods on it. You can see the dangerous goods handling code. Okay. And now that we have this information, we can continue and see if there's anything else that we need to complete. And we have the operational impact we need to fill in. So this is all we need to do to be able to process the incident. We can add additional information if we want to. Current method of working, let's say caution post signal, speed restriction, say 30. Okay, and then planned method of working. And again, these are not necessary, but we can add those if we know them at this point. Otherwise, we can also add that later on during the after the processing of the incident. We are also connected to a previous incident management system that you can see here. So we integrate with existing systems to be able to transition fluently from the current situation to the new situation. Once we're happy with all the information we have, we can process the incident. See, some sections become unavailable. And if we go to the tasks, you will see that tasks are being added based on the information that we've just added into the intake form. Obviously, the tasks are also dynamically created. You'll see that they use a lot of the information that we've added into the form. So instead of the operator looking for his book of procedures and trying to remember what he should do by heart, everything is available here. And all of these tasks are generated dynamically and allow us to add additional information. Prognosis will tell us what is the expectation currently for how long this incident would take. So we can say, actually, we thought it's going to be until 2:05, but it's going to take 15 minutes more, and that's updated to 2:20. We can save and complete. We can see message incident stakeholders, so we can send a message to all the stakeholders with the information already added into this template. So there's no need for us to write any additional emails, which is a complaint we had from a lot of operators where they need to update different stakeholders, but the information needs to be manually input or copy and pasted from one system to another. And now Situator integrates with all the systems, collecting the information from the GIS, allowing the user to input the information in a structured way, and then finally sending all the information to the relevant stakeholders with the click of a button. We can also see that we allow operators to use a system called a COP, which is a common operational picture. This allows operators to see what is happening with the incident at a glance without needing to look deeper or looking at the intake form or the tasks that have been completed. Everything they need to know is right here on this one screen. We also have a logbook that gives us a chronological order of all the changes that are worth mentioning, and these are defined with the customer to make sure that everything that they want to see on this incident is appearing in this logbook. And if we go back to the tasks, I want to show you how, if we say we want to arrange staff for the planned temporary block, so let's say we want to add first call, so we do this, we say we advise them, let's say we called 5 minutes ago, they acknowledged just now on the phone, and they said they will be going to site, and their estimated time of arrival is 20 minutes from now. Once we've added that, we can save, and you will see that this appears on the COP. So anytime you look at the COP, you will see what is happening, who's supposed to be arriving to site, how many responders are on the way, and so on. Now, there's a lot more tasks to go through and a lot of other possibilities. We have questions that we can ask the operators where they can respond, and based on the response, other tasks will be deployed. So there's a dynamic list of procedures instead of the operators trying to remember what they should do next or who they should call. We also have escalations or reminders. If they're supposed to call someone and they didn't get a response, they can respond with that. Is the ambulance going to site, for example? Say no. Okay, and all of that will appear in here as it moves along. Okay, there's a lot more information in here, but we're not going to go through it. But I think it gives you a general idea of the intake process and the management process and how we interact with the different systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Benny, for this brief overview of Situator. I hope you found the presentation useful. And as I said before, please do not hesitate to reach out to my colleagues during the event for more detailed information. Frank Miller, our specialist for physical security, and Mark Grisdale, our expert for enterprise incident management, are looking forward to your questions. Thank you for joining.